guys, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who do not know, my name is Jasmine Barton-Moore, author of Sparks Fly. I have a free ebook coming out this year on Christmas, December 25th, 2017, and it's called Self-Publishing 101 from my perspective. Things that I have dealt with, struggled with the self-publishing journey, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. So anywho, I just wanted to give you guys, I have my phone here because you know I don't ever remember anything. I want to give you guys a rundown of what's actually in the book, and if you think it's worth your time of actually sitting down, reading, scanning it. And if you have further questions, then maybe I can probably answer them right here for you guys on YouTube. So if you're interested to know the topics inside of this book, just stay tuned and let's get started. Okay, y'all, so I have broken this book down into 5 parts. So part 1, I've broken it down to the writing process, the editing, the beta readers, and the title, like pretty much picking the title. The second part that I've broken it down to is book designing, formatting, cover design, and well, it's called, part 2 is called book design / formatting. So I break it down into subtopics, which is talking about the cover design and the actual formatting. Part 3 is the business side of it. I talk about create space ISBN numbers. I talk about owning your own ISBN numbers with Boker. I talk about your LLC if you decide that you want to own your own company. I also talk about the business binder that I have, bank account, WordPress, and having a domain, like building your website so you can build your following. The Vistaprint, having your own. Vistaprint is basically where I went to print some of my stuff off of, like bookmarks and stuff like that. I talk about branding, having your own logo and slogan. And then I also talk about promoting your book, because that's also the business side, because we want to make those coins. And then part 4 is about print and demand. So I talk about the printing, who I went through. I talk about the ebook side, and I talk about Amazon. So I went through Amazon specifically. I didn't go through any other platform just because it was already a lot on my plate to do through Create Space and Amazon that I didn't want to add anything on it until I knew the layout. And then part 5 is pretty much the wrap up, and I pretty much, you know, talk about my experience, my overall. I think I also talked about my book launch party in there too, and how I had a success. And of course, if you haven't checked out that book launch party, you can go ahead and check out those links down below. But there's so much covered in this book that I don't really know where I want to start with as far as topics go. So if you guys have any topics, just go ahead and leave them down below, or hit me on Twitter or social media or privately, and I can make a whole video separately for you guys if you have any questions on that. But I'm really excited for this book to come, this free ebook to come out, just because I love giving back to people, especially when people don't really know. And I know they have a lot of videos here and a lot of amazing authors here on YouTube. But for me, sometimes I just feel like everything is always about money instead of helping each other. And I just feel like if we help each other sometimes, then, but of course we all have bills to pay. But that's why I really created this free ebook, because there was no guided tour for me when I was self-publishing. I literally had to look up all this stuff, give myself migraines, be up to like crazy hours in the morning trying to figure all this stuff out. And then there was like even one time where I was like, I don't even know if this book is going to be published or released when it's supposed to be released, because I was still I was cutting it kind of close. But so I really do hope you guys enjoy this free ebook that I have put together for you. But anywho, remember, stay beautiful, and deuces.